Hello everyone. Hi, this is Dr. Tithi Banerjee, Assistant Professor of Department of Civil Engineering of Swami Vivekananda Institute of Science and Technology. Today I will be delivering lecture on mineral identification, its physical properties, and the role of the mineral in civil engineering. So it is very important to study minerals. We will explain it elaborately why we will be studying minerals. So let's start the class. So to understand mineral identification, we need to know about mineralogy. What is mineralogy? In one sentence, we can say that mineralogy is nothing but a study of minerals. So mineralogy is a very important stream of geology. And what is geology? Geology is the process of study of earth's surfaces. So to understand the process of earth's surfaces, we need to know the major constituents of earth, that is rocks, and we all know rocks, soil, and water. So mineral is the smallest unit of a rock, just like an atom, which is the smallest unit of an element. Same like that, mineral is the smallest unit of a rock. So we will study mineral in the subject mineralogy. So mineral, if in a word we will describe what is a mineral, then we can say that mineral is the smallest unit of a rock substance. So what is mineral we will study in the next slide. Now I will just tell you that the importance of studying of mineral. So in the field of civil engineering, mineralogy plays a very crucial role in various aspects of construction projects. By understanding the mineral composition of rocks and soil, engineers can easily assess their engineering properties and make important decisions regarding their suitability for construction. This article will help you to know that not only the physical properties but also the important aspects of minerals in civil engineering. This article will explore key concepts and principles of mineralogy in civil engineering. We will discuss its real world application and highlights its advantages and disadvantages. Minerals can be identified by a combination of their physical and optical properties. Regarding the optical properties, we will go to the definitely we will discuss in the next lecture. But as of now, we will only discuss the physical properties of the mineral. So, what is the physical properties? Physical properties is nothing but the properties which can be identified in naked eye or in a hand specimen of a mineral that is commonly occurred in the earth's surface in a form of a raw constituents or as a form of a constituents of a rock. Okay. So moving on to the next slide. So now I will discuss that what is a mineral. Mineral, as I told in the previous slide, mineral is the smallest component, or you can say the smallest constituent of a rock. Okay. And we all know that soils are formed due to the weathering and erosion process of a rock substance. So, if we say that mineral is a solid substance, if we say in a two or three sentences, we can say that mineral is a solid substance with a well-defined chemical composition and a specific crystal structure that occurs naturally in pure form. So naturally occurrence is a very important term to know. Why? Because we can't say a piece of wood or a piece of a biscuit. We can consider a wood or a biscuit as a mineral. Why? Because wood is naturally occurred, that is right, but it doesn't have a solid atomic bonding or a definite atomic structure. That's why wood cannot be considered as mineral, whereas biscuit, we all know that it has a regular shape or size, it has a definite chemical composition, but it is not naturally occurred. It is man-made. So the geological definition of mineral normally excludes compounds that occur only in living organisms. However, some minerals are often biogenic, such as calcite is a biogenic material. Okay, so we can say that mineral can obtained in biogenic materials also or in abiogenic materials also. Okay, so this is a basic concept of minerals. So we will always remember that mineral is a basic or most important or smallest unit in a rock. Now we will know that, which is very important to learn, that why we will study mineral or the impact of mineral on engineering properties. So, mineral possesses physical, chemical, and mechanical properties that influence the engineering properties of rocks and soils. Physical properties such as there are several kind of physical properties of a mineral. What I have told that physical properties can be studied in naked eye or in field or in hand specimen. So all can be we can interpret a preliminary concept of mineral by studying the physical properties only. By studying the physical properties, we will get the basic idea of the mineral. That is, what are the physical properties? That is hardness, density, color, durability, strength. Okay, these are all the important physical properties of a mineral. We will discuss it elaborately, each physical properties. Now, I repeatedly told you all that mineral are the basic constituents or the smallest units in a rocks, and mineral exhibit varying degree of strength, deformation characteristics, weathering resistance. So understanding the common minerals found in rocks and soils and their characteristics allows engineers to assess the suitability of these materials for construction projects. So now you understood that why it is important, because we know that as an engineer, if we have to construct, we need to know that where we were constructing, in what soil foundation or on what rock foundation, and by what we are constructing. So to know that, to interpret that or to decipher that, we need to know that we need to clearly know that the physical properties of the mineral. So one of the important physical properties is color. So by color we can have a gross idea. I'm not saying that very elaborate or definite idea. We have a gross idea that how the mineral looks like. So first I will give you the example of few minerals that are quartz, feldspar, hematite, magnetite, jasper, chalcedony. There are several kind of minerals. Okay, each have a important engineering as well as economic aspect. Suppose quartz. We all know that quartz is a very important mineral used in glass industry, right? Whereas gypsum, that is a very important mineral which is used in purification of water or any other liquid which needs to be purified for domestic purpose or any kind of industrial purpose. Okay, so color can be a important physical properties to have a very basic idea of a mineral. So quartz is generally seen as white in color or pinkish in color or sometimes black in color. These are the common color varieties of quartz. Sometimes it is rosy quartz, we can say, that is kind of color of rose petals. So these are the common color of quartz. Sorry. Here we can see two kind of minerals. That is, one left side is amethyst quartz, which is a purplish white color, and the right hand side mineral, we can say that fluorite. Fluorite is a very important mineral which is used for disinfection of water, right? So every mineral we will